first carry for Derrick Henry. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, Mariota. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. DJ Reader able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Mariota now. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Mariota. Man open left side is Brown. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. This is taken around the 12. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone! Detroit! Gone!
From the gun, Jackson. being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Wake able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Tashawn Gibson there on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown on the season, and the Texans will add on to their lead. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet.
Touchdown, Titans! Dion Lewis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there. Now it's Jackson. That's caught. It's Thomas. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throwing is Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he stopped immediately there. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him to dinner either.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
That's it, baby. One.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Oh, going deep here. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Justin Reed. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 50.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Detroit.
To throw is Jackson. To throw again. Dancing to his left. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Gone.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. Third down here.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Gone. Detroit. All right, now, look at 56.
Third and goal, Jackson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Now Dion Lewis to return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Let's go.
The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Keep it rolling.
He can run for it, and he will. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Let's go.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Gone! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
And Jackson throwing once more. Drops it underneath to Thomas. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. But it is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit for in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mariota under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to Tennessee after this. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
One.
From the gun, Mariota uncorks one for Davis. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Looking long for Thomas. And got his man complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big-time play there for the Texans. 42 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action with Jackson. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Ricardo Lewis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans continue to pour it on. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it this time. And now here is another interception. Zach Cunningham with a pick. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Jackson as the first half is winding down. And the Texans add on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Out come the Titans now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their own 46. Throwing, Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Perkins. A very solid gain of 27.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Tuck it and run. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's Mariota. They'll roll him out right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Play action. It's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. DeAnthony Thomas, 76 yards. And the Texans continue to pour it on. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know it's a cliche, but he's a Stanford kid, so his ability to read and diagnose and make a play, you kind of figure he's got that, and he does. Nice play by Justin Reed getting near the line of scrimmage and making the tackle. But he can play the deep ball as well. Patrol center field. I just love all of his skill attributes. And when you really need him, he can jump into the slot and cover guys as well.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second down, Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A gain of 39 that time.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Mariota now on 2nd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing...
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Corey Legion with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And now here is another interception. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. Shedding through the defense. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 30, 10, and put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here's Lewis. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to it after the pick 6. Mariota. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Jackson to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 41 yards. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And now running right through it. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical.
He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 50 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and forever. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Mariota hands to Henry. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Mariota out to his left. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On third down, Mariota. He may try and run for this. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Good.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well...
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Corey Legion in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll run. It's Henry. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And this Texans defense stands tall. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action. Now Jackson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
Jackson now throwing again. Forced out to his left. He's letting this one go for Fuller. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And now here is another interception. It's Nick Perry with a pick, and he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
After the interception, here's Jackson. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
Gun!
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Mariota now after the fumble recovery. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Corey Legion getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Titans on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Titans on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Mariota to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Being chased out left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Throwing is Jackson. Dancing to his left. Oh, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that side. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on.
What?
Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now the Texans want to call another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Check. Fresno.
Now Mariota goes underneath for Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Brett Kern now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. And now out comes Houston. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around.
All right, now, lucky 56.
They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one.
Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just see the bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be. Watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Y'all is a lazy, my posse deep and I raiding. We act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me. That on my bacon, big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke for way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubble. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubble. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubble. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah, in the limit. Yeah, super fly for the dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'ma step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. They fell down my stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte back, liquor clean. Dead places in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures in the pantyhose.
I don't do that.